Welcome back to the part 2 Welcome back to part 2 of Point Blank Special Report on the Aware EGM Showdown at Suntec. So challenges. Ahead of Aware, and also I think by that time a lot of people want to know what's Aware going to do from now on, because obviously there are some gaps in the system, or there are some things that they could be doing better. And also people were very interested in what Miss Josie Lau and company were going to do.
Comes to values, we are still a conservative society, by and large. I think by the very fact that the membership at Aware had dropped significantly over the years, and to the lowest last year at 253, shows that it has only been serving a much smaller group of people rather than the society at large. So my feel is more could be done.
Yeah, 3,000 odd members that we had. The original membership was only 300. There was a sharp jump in membership. So then we have to ask, what happened to the remaining 1,000 odd people who signed up? When they signed up, because of the ongoing publicity, people who signed up means that they want to attend. What made them stop?
The letter first came, the requisition for EGM. Of the 160 signatures, only 5 were people who attended the EGM. And actually 120 signatures were new signatures. And so my point is, obviously a lot of people has joined Aware since then. These are people who were not from the original Aware, and they have since joined to form a larger group of Aware. Now, whether this big group of Aware, their beliefs, I think from today's discussion, you can see it is quite a reflection. What they have said is a reflection of their beliefs. Now, whether this group of people would represent Aware in the future, I think that would be something that all people would be interested to see.
In the Treasury area, during my short time there, I believe that the corporate governance, there's room for improvement. And also the accounting system is quite a dated system. As to whether there's any upgrades and so on, I have my doubts. But then again, they have decided that they don't require our expertise. So, and we don't want to polarize or to really, split Aware further. So,
again are going to be very long and hard for us, but it's all worth it when we remember your faces and your passion today.
We have to admit that we have to take some responsibility for what has happened, and I think that it is because we recognize that responsibility that the 160 members have requisitioned the EGM. And the responsibilities would be, I think, we inherited that constitution from many years ago, and probably in those early days life was a lot simpler, and there has never been any need to make any drastic changes.
So 2 things actually really stick out, right? Loopholes in corporate governance and what they're going to do with the big membership. So I think the governance one is something that even Miss Dana Lam, Miss Dana Lam, admits.
Because she said that the constitution has been in place for the longest time, like for 20 years, and of course,
but that was really an excuse, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's really in.
I'm not too sure about that. Okay, but what she says is they have been involved in other activities, and so they wouldn't think too much about the constitution. And I was reading somewhere today, and it says that actually a lot of other similar societies like Aware also have the same kind of problem, because they really did not expect such a takeover to take place in Singapore.
I guess in a way, Aware was sort of like a well-oiled machine already. Everything in the back end administratively is sort of fixed and settled, and they just are more they concentrate more on the work that they do, the different programs that they have. But I think it would be, I mean, after, because Ms. Maureen Ong actually talked about how because she's obviously she was the treasurer, and she talked about how money-wise they're not doing that well in terms of keeping records. I think that was what she meant.
Yeah, I guess
she was very vague about it, which I guess I don't know. She was not trying to stir up more controversy.
And she knows best, I suppose. She was in the treasury. I mean,
for
that 5 weeks. So she would know, what the accounts and all.
No, then the other thing that really, I think that Aware should really pursue is how to retain the membership that they have and to get more people on board, because they themselves admitted that a lot of the people at Aware are really just a small core group who are on the different committees and who runs a different program, and they really need new blood. So I think now the challenge for all these people who sign up, all these new people, it's to see it through. I think if you feel strongly enough to sign up for this kind of thing, it shouldn't just be for one purpose. Yeah. Right.
It should be a long-term decision.
They should really consider going to Aware and say, I can do this.
Right.
How can I help? But somehow I doubt that it's going to happen. I'm not very optimistic about this number staying and them contributing.
I suppose most of them sign up as members just for this event to have their say.
Yeah, just like a show of power and one burst. And after that, it just, I don't want it to be like that, because if you sort of don't see it through, then you just validate what the other side is saying, right? Like you just let it die down. So I think that's a very big challenge for them.
And I guess for this new EXCO, they should leverage on this energy that they see at
they
this
should really
place.
move fast, because all these people are still feeling it, and then the passion is still there. But if they don't move fast enough, people will get on with their lives and do other things, and then soon they'll all become silent members, I think.
Okay, other than these two challenges, the third one is actually the sex program, right? The sexuality education program. And finally, the entire fiasco has had some really concrete repercussions. MOE is suspending Aware's program, and it will be subjected to new vetting processes.
This is actually with regards not to the program, like the details in the program, but the instructor's guide. So let's say if I'm an instructor of this program, I read this, right? Then it says that the guide contains some positive aspects, like the accurate information provided on STIs and HIV, and role play practice for students to say no. However, MOE's assessment is that in some other aspects, the guide does not conform to MOE's guideline, and in particular, some suggested responses in the instructor guide are explicit and inappropriate and convey messages which could promote homosexuality or suggest approval of premarital sex. So the controversy, it started at the beginning because I think it was Dr. Teo Soo Mian who pointed out that in this CSE program, words like I think gay and premarital sex are neutral.
Okay.
So what I sort of gather is that if people ask the instructor, what is this? And the answers that the instructors are thought to give out the sense that they are promoting it. I mean, we don't go through the program. We don't really... I want to get hold of the program and sort of see what it says. But really, we don't know what else is going to come up. Whether this whole thing will throw up more surprises. Well, this was one surprise, to me at least. Yeah.
Same for me.
Yeah. So I think we'll just have to wait and see what else happens after this.
Yep. But for now, thanks for staying with us on Point Blank, and we'll see you